Hi, welcome to the BCMA YouTube channel with me, Paul Taylor. For the next few weeks, we're going to be interviewing the nominees for the 2021 BCMA Awards held in London in November. And one of the nominees is Laura Aston. She's nominated for UK Entertainer of the Year. And it's my privilege to welcome Laura. Well, it's a big welcome, a big BCMA welcome to Laura Aston. How are you doing, Laura?
I'm good, thank you very much, Paul. How about yourself?
I'm good. We're just speaking a little bit off her. I'm still struggling. I've had the midnight showing of James Bond, so I'm got in about 3:15, and my old bones don't do late nights anymore. So I'm all bonded up, and there was actually a guy dressed in a tux. I thought, fair play to you, fella.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, fair play.
So, I mean, congratulations on the nominations of BCMA Award 2021 nomination of Entertainer of the Year.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow. How do you feel about
that? So overwhelmed. I'm very grateful. You know, it's really nice to be acknowledged and get the recognition. You know, because I've been at this game now for a long time, just, you know, struggling away as us artists do. And it's so rewarding, you know, amazing, just being nominated in itself. Brilliant.
You've been so active during lockdown. I mean, your live sessions, from the privacy of your own bedroom, hasn't it? Just sat down on the bed and bursting out tunes, and that's got people through as well. You know, listening to it, your fans and people who just like music as well. You know, they've been sort of dragged along, and you know, you're not alone in that. There's so many that's actually just said, right, we're cracking on with this for our own sanity. I think it was that the same thing for you. You just wanted to keep in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a case of I didn't want to stop. I've always my social media is my strong point anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to stop. And then when you're getting such lovely messages, like you just said, people saying, you know, you're getting me through lockdown. I look forward to your cover every week, your songs every week. And it motivates you to keep going. You know, they're enjoying this. Let's give them more. Let's give them more. And it was just, for my own sanity, it was brilliant. And I loved it.
Well, recently you've just belted out one of my favorite songs of all time, The Dance, Garth Brooks.
Yes.
Wow, that was a good.
Yeah, I just finished work and I came home and I was just having a little sing because, you know, what I love to do. And I wasn't going to post it. I posted it on TikTok. It went crazy. Thank God I posted it. It went absolutely crazy. And then it's done really well over on Facebook as well. So, you know, sometimes when you self-doubt, you doubt yourself and you're like, oh no, it sounds a bit. Other people love it. Just post it and see what they think, you know. But that's one of my faves as well. It's just, it makes you feel something, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a big Garth Brooks nut.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
You've got good taste.
Well, yeah, I've been fortunate recently, certainly on the interviews that I've interviewed his daughter, Ali Colleen, and she's an amazing artist in her own right. Become sort of friends in that kind of regard, you know, just having a bit of banter. But it's quite interesting when I got the contract for that originally, basically Father's Day, just before Father's Day last year. And it said, can't talk about the family. And I'm going, who's the family? Ali Colleen. Oh. It's
wow.
But I couldn't really talk, you know, because she wanted to obviously make it on her own thing. So I had to be a little bit stealthful with that. You know, your dad. You know, your dad likes to sing. But from yourself, I mean, how did it start with the singing? I mean, was you a bit like me, where you open the fridge, the light comes on, and you're performing, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been performing since I was a little girl. You know, I got raised and brought up on people like the greats, Patsy Cline, Dolly, Shania, which is where I think I get my influence from. Tammy Wynette. You know, I used to play their albums on repeat back to back. Loved country music before I could understand what country music was.
Yeah.
I just loved the music. I was performing from a very, very young age. And then the social media game started about 7 years ago now. It was just after my little girl was born. And I thought I really need to do something about this. I don't want to be background music for the rest of my life. Because as you know, when you're singing around pubs and clubs, you are just background music. And I thought I'd love to be able to build a big enough platform so that one day I can go out and do my own shows, and everybody standing in that crowd has bought a ticket to come and see me. You know, that was my ultimate dream, and it happened a couple of weeks ago, last month. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw all the,
Um,
the posts on that one as well. I mean, that proper band behind you, the whole shebang, wasn't it?
yeah, it was incredible. I've been very fortunate, you know. I found a great band that are just unbelievable, and you know, we've worked hard throughout the lockdown when we were allowed to get together, and when we couldn't, you know, we were on Zoom meetings and things like that. So, you know, a lot of hard work went into it, but oh my God, was it worth it? It was unbelievable, and I want to be doing that for the rest of my life, you know.
I don't blame you as well. And especially there's a little bit more focus, I think, once children come into it as well,
Yeah.
because you want to provide for the children as well. And that gives you a little bit of a steer as well, doesn't it? Gives you that kick up the backside sometimes that we all need.
Yeah, well, it definitely did for me. I mean, you know, I wanted to kind of show her as well, follow your dreams, never ever give up on your dreams. You know, I strongly believe that everyone's born with purpose, and, you know, live out that purpose. It's always achievable. Sometimes you think, oh my God, it's never going to happen, but you've got to keep going. And, you know, the proof's in the pudding. I got there in the end.
Well, it is. It's quite interesting, really, because I got to know about you just under 12 months ago. I worked for a company in Warrington, and there was a guy sat back to me for a bit and just chatting. And I said, "Oh, do a bit of radio," because he was asking me, "What do you do in your spare time and stuff?" And I said, do some radio presenting. He said, what kind of genre? I said, country. He said, "Oh, I love this girl. I met her on Facebook. She's brilliant. Watch her videos. She's out." I went, "Right, okay." Oh, wow. And it was just like one of them. He just said, "Hey, have a
Oh,
look at
that's
Laura."
amazing.
So it's surprising that somebody stumbles on that. And he said to me, I wasn't a country fan, I'd be honest with him, but he liked, obviously, through Facebook. And it shows you that the proof's in the pudding, that you had a converter there that basically looked at something and went, "Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic," and then started talking to people about it. So that's how it starts.
That's amazing. That's made my day, actually. I love stories like that. I really do. Because you don't realise how many people are watching you on social media. I mean, like you said, I'm just in my bedroom on my bed singing a song, and like the word of mouth. I was in Primark not long ago, and I had my hair scraped back. I had no makeup on. I looked awful, and I just felt a tap on my shoulder, and it's like, oh my God, it is you. Can we get a photo? I was like, I can't say no, even though I look like this, I can't say no. And it was just, you know, all day then, my heart just felt so full. And I thought, you know, it's paying off. People are starting to kind of recognize me when I'm out and about, and people are talking about my music and my songs. And it's so rewarding. It really is.
It is, and that. I mean, I've been a performer. What was it, about just over 20 years now, and I still get a buzz out of it. And I always said, the day I stop getting that buzz is the day I stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, and it's the fact that people still come and see you or say well done, or whatever little comment you think, oh, that's really nice. I mean, originally you probably right at the beginning you probably concur with this, is that if there was a negative or anything like that, you'd take it to heart, and you're going, oh, I can't do this anymore, and you're thinking, no, come on, let's improve. And I always like a negative comment now, where you're thinking to yourself, it brings you back down to earth in respect, but also it gives you that, right, okay, I need to change this because I'm getting a little bit, plateauish, and you've got
Yeah,
to sort of up your
absolutely.
game a little bit, and I do like that in equal parts. Where at the beginning I'm going, you read a magazine and you buy the magazine thinking, have I been at a, oh, they didn't quite like that. Oh, it's
Yeah. I feel you on that. I really do, because back when I first started, one negative comment out of maybe 100 nice
yeah,
comments, I would take the video down. And I did that quite often, because that negative thought would sink in. I think, oh my God, it does. And then I'd hear myself and I think, oh, it does sound bad, let's delete it. But I'm so past that now. I think as time goes on, you grow thick skin,
you do.
and it's a case of, all right, then I'll show. A lot of people, what I get a lot now is you're lip syncing. That's not real. You're lip syncing.
Wow.
And to me now, that is such a compliment. If you think that I'm, for example, if you think that I'm miming to Patsy Cline, I'm going to take that as a compliment, and it's great. But I used to get really frustrated. I used to be like, I'm not lip syncing, I promise it's me, you know, because everything I do is live. Apart from the originals that was recorded in the studio, absolutely everything I do, as you've seen, is live on my bed or in my living room after I've finished work. So, you know, what they see is what they get. You know, there probably is a few bum notes, or it's probably not perfect, but I want to show them the
Absolutely.
rawness of it, you know, the
I,
realness of it.
I remember going and seeing a guy who was quite a popular guy at the time, and I went to see him locally to me. I live in St. Helens in the Northwest, and I went with a friend of mine, and he come on, and we both looked at each other within a couple of bars of the song, and just open mouth thought, he's singing over a CD, but he's actually miming it. That's Ronnie Dunn.
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
what? I was like, and we both shook our heads and just went. We just thought, whoa, you know. I mean, I didn't put anything out on media because it's not the right thing to do. But at the time, we just went, does this happen? You know?
Right, a lot of people do it, and I think that's where the frustration used to come from with me, because I was like, I'm really not miming. But
No,
now it's a mindset shift, and it's like, well, no, Lord, take that as a compliment. That's amazing that
that's
they think
great.
you're lip
Yeah.
syncing, you know. It's a real great compliment. So I just go with it now, and I just post it. And sometimes, even if I'm not 100% on it, I think, well, people may love that. And to be honest with you, most of the covers that have gone crazy viral on social media were the covers that I weren't going to post. And then
Right.
when I think that's a great cover, it's going to do really well, it doesn't. So, you know, you just have to play the game and just hope that they're going to like what they hear. You know, all you can do is your best at the end of the day.
It is. Somebody said to me once, and it was actually because I was in sales for a long time, not in
Yeah.
music, but in sales. He said 80-20. I said, what does that mean? He said, well, if you can get 80% to like what you do, you've done well, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're never going. I mean, that was my issue at the beginning. I thought I want 100%, I want 100%, and then people, you know, you hear a negative comment, and then suddenly you've gone right. You know, you're driving home going, perhaps this isn't for me, you know. But it's then realizing that 80% is a bloody good number if it is 80%.
Yeah,
But generically, it sort of transpires in anything you do in life. You know, you're never going to be 100%. There'll always be a bum note because it's live. There'll
yeah,
always be a chord
exactly.
that you strum. You think, oh, where's that gone?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and then you just laugh about it, and you know, and you just say, well, you know, I'll just have to tune my guitar better, you know, or something like that, you know.
you've just got
But
to get on with it, haven't you? And like I said,
yeah,
as long as you're
yeah,
trying your best and you put your heart into it, which is,
yeah.
you know, because I love country music and I do literally feel it, as cheesy as that sounds, you know, I feel like I can put the emotion across and I can deliver. My scary thought was when I started doing country was I didn't know if people were going to like the country that I did, because I do, as you've seen, old school country. I very rarely do the modern country, not because I don't like it, I love it, but you know, my heart lies with the traditional old school feel. And it's surprising how many people still love that, you
Yep.
know, that era of country music, you
It
know.
is. I mean, certainly the 90s as well. That is
Yeah.
such a vibe about the 90s that I was speaking to a guy recently, a great artist called Dave Wilbert, and he's brought a new single out. He only brought a few out over his career. And you know, he's I don't even know what age he is, but he's certainly not young and he's not mega old. He's in the middle somewhere, you know. That's not trying to do a disservice with him, but basically it's phenomenal, his music. Check him out. It's a proper 90s feel on everyone. And he said, I can't conform. You know, we were on about it like a square peg round hole, because nobody was taking him serious. So he decided to get his own label,
Wow, fair play, I love that.
you know. And he said, I've
Yeah,
just put out the music I want to put out. I'm not conforming to, you know, the stuff that's out in Nashville at the moment, some of the stuff
yeah,
that out there, you know. But I'm like you. There are certain things that are very modern. You think, I can't sing that. My voice just wouldn't
yeah,
carry it, you know. And it's not that you might hate it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I don't like the bro country and stuff, but there's
yeah,
a lot of people who do. So it's just different strokes for different folks, and that, you know, that's what makes.
exactly, yeah,
And I was explaining that from my point of view, country music has different layers of genre within that. You know, it's not
yeah,
just country music. You are telling a story, which predominantly that is. you know, but it's gone past 3/4 and the truth now. You know, there's a little bit of beat in there, there's a bit of the, but they're still telling the same song, but that same story. But there's some that are, you're thinking it's the same artist, and you think, oh no, it's not the same artist. Have a listen. No, it's a different artist, but it doesn't stand out really.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more with you. Yeah, absolutely. I think you've got to have your own niche, especially to get, you know, it's a really hard industry. You'll know this yourself. So I think you've got to have your own niche, and you've got to be different, and just try and stand out as much as you can. There's not a lot of people now, especially in the UK, from what I've seen, that are doing like the really old school country. So, you know, I see that as my lane. That's, you know, that's where I'm going to stick to. If you like it, amazing. And if you don't, there's so many incredible artists out there that are doing, like you say, so many different sides of country. So, you know, that's my lane, and that's what I'm focusing on, and that's what I love to do.
Yeah, good on you. I mean, that and again, you don't come out as being something that you're not. Then, you know, people can see through that, can't you? They go, oh, was it? You know, it's false. Yeah.
You've got to stay true to yourself 100%. I think a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people can't wrap their head around the idea of, well, she's a British girl.
Yeah.
How is she singing country like, you know, these women from Nashville, Tennessee? And but I think you're very easily influenced on what you listen to, and like I say, that's all I ever listened to growing up. Even now, if I'm cooking the dinner or I'm folding the washing, I will have Patsy on, or I'll have Dolly on, you know, and it's just always been embedded in me, and that's how you pick it up at the end of the day. It's not that I'm trying to sing like that, it's just it just naturally comes for me now.
Yeah. I remember one of my agents back in the day, God bless him, he's no longer with us, Alf Roberts, and he said to me one day, and I'm going back a long time, and he said, Paul, I've had a few comments on the club. I said, what this club I was at? I said, oh, cool. What? No, he said, you know, in the main good. But he said a lot of, you know, people saying, you're sounding like Garth Brooks too much. I said, well, I'll take that.
Wow, yeah, definitely.
Because I used to do a tribute show. That's how I got started. I used to do a tribute show and thing.
Oh, okay,
but I just thought, and since then I started to develop my own, like say your own lane. But at first I was like, oh, I want to be Garth Brooks, the shirts, the hats, the whole, you know,
yeah,
thing.
People do.
Exactly. And I thought, I wish there was a few pounds behind him. But I don't mean pounds, I mean actual pounds. But because he's probably as big as me now. But going forward then, I mean, what's in the pipeline for you?
So we have my last headline show next month, the 23rd of October, over in Milton Keynes, which I'm so excited for. And then next year we're going on tour.
Wow.
We're going to release the dates the end of this year, but we're going to go all over Ireland, Scotland, everywhere over the UK, and just make a go of it, you know, Paul. Just get myself out there, like get as many people to come as possible. You'll have to come to one of the shows, Paul.
Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely. I'd love to see it. I mean, I've been bowled over with the amount of UK talent this year. I've managed to get out to like the Buckland Boots, the British Country Festival in Blackpool, and my mouth's just been wide open with the amount of talent, you know, so definitely. So much, no, definitely we'll catch up on the road and that. But I want to say a big thank you. Congratulations on the nominations, and fingers crossed that you know you get the award for you. I'll be saying this to everybody, though. I'll be dead honest with you.
No, I totally get it. But no, I'm so grateful, and thank you to the BCMAs for this incredible opportunity, and thank you to all amazing fans for, you know, voting for me in the first place.
And are you going to the awards?
Hopefully. It literally just depends on what's going on with the shows, and as long as it doesn't clash, then
it's November, isn't it? Is it November the 12th and 13th?
13th.
Yeah. I'll be there in the sort of official capacity. I don't know about wearing a tux. I don't know about wearing a tux. I look like a bouncer my size, but but it'd be good to catch up and have a glass of wine or two. So, but you take care, you and your family. Still stay safe. It's still not 100%, is it? So, and it's a thing now. We said, you know, I hope you don't get sick, but I hope you get fuel.
Thank you very much. I've been very lucky. I was able to put £30 in the other day, because there's like a limit now, isn't there? So I had to wait in a queue for half an hour, but it's all right. I've got it in. it's all, you know, it's all good.
Oh, well.
Thank yourself though, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. Our local Asda, when I was coming back from my James Bond thing at 3 a.m, self-service, nobody there, crack on.
Oh, brilliant. That's what you want.
Yeah, but you take care, my love, and lovely to speak to you. And
Lovely to speak to you too.
And good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you very much. You take care, Paul.
Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye.